Yeah, it's not the hammer, it's the one who's wielding the hammer. What
Right.
are you using it for?
Right.
Yeah.
So I believe that those of us who have an idea in mind of what cooperation can look like, using this tool as a servant of the human beings, should work on it. And should bring it forward.
I see you're chomping at the bit to get to some of the dangers and traps. We're going to get to that. Cybersecurity and that. Remember those two. One last loop before we get to that. Okay. I didn't just bring you onto the podcast because you have experience with AI. I brought you on board because you have experience in system thinking, you have experience in transformation, you have experience in project management. Let's break it down really onto an operational. Let's use this example from Switzerland, this wonderful team that's doing some great work. And you have some experience because you've developed some apps as well for project management. Where are some of the, can you name some use cases or some examples of how AI works and can accelerate the project management process on a day-to-day basis?
Okay, so now we're speaking specifically about project management.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, sure. I mean, there's plenty. You've mentioned a few yourself, right? You said, hey, in Claude, I put in my documents, I put in my files.
I create a project file.
And it does all sorts
and
of
it even speaks in the language of the documents you use.
Sure.
It uses names from the documents. Yeah. It's quite amazing.
It's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, right? One of the different things that we're working on is this support structure for project managers, and one important aspect in it will be exactly stakeholder engagement, right? So help me deal with difficult stakeholders. And it's amazing, right? Just as you say, you put in, this guy's doing that and that guy's doing that and whatever. And the system is able to come up with quite some interesting.
If you feed it with the data,
right. Yeah.
It can give you a stakeholder analysis, a risk analysis. It can fill out your charter.
It can also help you, for example, evaluate things from different points of view. One thing that as human beings we struggle with, right? Yeah. We see the vendor is late, because he doesn't prioritize me, or the customer is upset, because he hates my project. So what very often we have as individuals is that we jump to conclusions. And certainly these tools can help you, can support you in saying, hey, wait a minute, relax. Did you consider this? Did you consider that? Right? Did you see it from that person's perspective, from that other perspective? And I think that this is definitely something that can enhance our human skills rather than set them back.
Let's give that function a name. I call it coaching. I'm actually amazed, and this doesn't just not just Claude. You have it in OpenAI as well. I think OpenAI is faster than Claude, but Claude makes prettier pictures. But I'm amazed. I mean, some of it is wishful thinking, but I love the fact that if I have a long, good prompting and response session, that it says, well, would you like me to evaluate this, or you can actually ask it, just like you said, in the communication. How's the tone of this? Is this appropriate? What would you recommend? What are some of the options? I think the coaching factor is something that I think a lot of junior project managers wish for a mentor who would give them experience, And if you upload a PDF with a project management standard, you can ask it to coach me based on that standard,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, this what I was mentioning to you, this tool that we're working on is exactly that. It's a coach for project managers that helps you run your projects, but at the same time, the objective is not getting your outcome. The objective is getting you to become a better project manager. Yeah. And for example, to learn that strategic thinking that we were talking about earlier, right? To look at things more holistically rather than just piecemeal. Yeah. And this is something that, hey, we are not good at as human beings. We are not good at looking at things holistically. We know that we should, but it's just a lot of hard work.
Too many data points.
Right. So why not have some help? Right. And in this, and this is, I think, extremely powerful for us. So it reduces risks in a project, for example. It automatically creates a context which is more certain. And in project context where uncertainty, ambiguity, all sorts of risks are growing and growing, we badly need something that keeps things a little bit more streamlined.